Good morning, y'all. It's Jamie. This is Dig It Homesteading, and welcome back. And my brain is braining this morning early, so before I run in and shower and get ready for my day, I am going to run out here because things have been on my mind. I just need to get out here and do them. And we have some grapes. Y'all just look. I'm so proud of myself. I remembered to grab bins and a basket and some nippers, even some grapes that need to go out to the chickens. So we're going to drop those off and we're going to go check out our peaches. And as you can see, we still have chickens out of the fence, but the ones that have stayed are getting the bulk of the goodies, and that'll hopefully encourage them to go back in where they belong. Alright, let's go check it out while they enjoy their snack. Alright, y'all, so behind me there's a 3-year-old peach tree that has got too many peaches on it. A lot of them are already turning red, so I don't know if we're doing this too late, but we're gonna go through, because we only just now found out the information. We knew it shouldn't grow too many, but we didn't know how many, so we only just figured out. Some people go by about every 6 inches and leaving the bigger one, so I'm gonna go through and thin these peaches. And whatever I get, I'm hoping I can just wash them and chuck them whole into the freezer to do something with them later, even though they're not perfect. But they're all almost ripe, so I don't know if this is going to do any good or not, but it's worth trying, I guess, and learning and going and doing. Whenever I find out information is all I can do. If I don't know, I can't do it. So we're going to thin this out a little bit to get started this morning and see what we get. And I had put this branch on this box, but we have had a lot of winds. But look at all those peaches. There's just so many. This one's a great size right here. This is like no pesticides, no chemicals or anything. And we've been watching for pests. All I've seen is a couple of leaf-footed bugs. So that means I should take this one off, leave those about 6 inches. This one should come off. And let me see, I want to leave the biggest ones. I was told to leave the biggest ones. So biggest, that has pest damage, so that needs to come off anyway. And then I'll take this one more off here, and this branch will be done, and that will let this peach hopefully get a little bit bigger and sweeter. And I do see some little tiny bugs running around, so we're just going to be really watching these every day the next couple of days, so we know when to harvest the bigger fruits. But these are absolutely lovely. And we've tasted them. They're very peachy. They just didn't have a lot of sweetness yet. So, learning process. We'll get it all figured out. So if you have tips, let me know. I do know that the whole reason I'm doing this is because we don't want our branches to break off. You see how that's hanging? I've already took 3 or 4 off of here, but we want the branches to be able to survive. And if we leave too many on, our branches might break. Alright, so this is how many we harvested. And this is what the tree looks like. It's about every 4 to 6 inches. And the branches seem to be a lot less weighed down, except for there's a couple where I just left 2. I don't know why, I just did. But the rest of those, hopefully, over the next week or so, can plump up and sweeten up. And then we can harvest these as well. But I do not plan to let those go to waste. I'm going to find something to do with them, and I'll bring you along when I figure out what I want to do with them. This is our purple bok choy that we've been waiting for it to get all nice and brown. And it hasn't been raining, so now is a good time to collect my seed pods. And I have some, and there's some more over here that I need to try to reach. I'll just grab that whole thing, and I want to make sure I keep these separate because we have some more seeds to collect. It's very important to collect seeds from your garden and to know how. That way you're not constantly having to buy seeds every year. Alright, we're just going to put these purple bok choy here because they look very similar to the next seeds and we don't want to get them mixed up. This is all of that mustard that I unintentionally planted. Mustard greens. The seed is literally mustard seed, and some of these are getting opened up on their own. So I'm going to go through here and pick out all the ones that I can, the branches. That way I can start working on getting this bed cleaned up so we can plant out. If you can see all of these little white flowers, that's celery going to seed. And we'll come through and get those. Look, this one was just sitting there on its own. So I brought this bucket, so I'm going to just pop them all in here, and then I can break the casings into here and then collect all my seed. Seeds are usually pretty easy to figure out. If you just leave the vegetable past whenever you should pick it and wait, usually something will come up that you'll know is a seed pod on things like this. And then things like peas, they are their own seed pods. So you just let them fully mature. And then you have your fruits like tomatoes and cucumber that have seed within, and you let those get overripe as well, and then you harvest those. And there's a little bit different process which we might go over another day to get those saved for the next year. Okay, so I decided halfway through that I'm going to start plucking the ones that are green that haven't fully dried, because we're going to have some rain coming in the next couple of days and I don't want the pods to get wet, so I'll bring them in and dry them, just lay them out or have them where they can get some nice air. I can link my favorite thing to dry things on, maybe not with these little seeds, but you can put a tray out. But I wanted to show you, I was going to leave the flowers. Can y'all see all them aphids? So the aphids are out already and going to town on this, so this is going to be a chicken treat. And I'm going to just finish this up, and we definitely have one more thing to harvest before we move on. Alright, so there's what it looks like. It's all cut back, all the green is gone, all the brown is gone, and this is how much I got. It's a lot. I'm hoping to at least get a 1/4 cup of seeds out of that, so maybe I can make some sort of mustard product, but if not, I can also use it in my pickling this summer. And I'm also thinking, if I don't have a lot of things that I want to grow over winter, I could spread a bunch of mustard seed in the bed and then just grow my own mustard seed. That would work out. That way I could actually do something, maybe make some homemade mustard. I'm kind of interested in doing some homemade mustard, but I doubt there'll be that much, but we'll see what we get, and if not, maybe I will do that over this winter and just try to grow out a whole bunch of mustard seed. We'll see how that goes. One more thing to harvest that I know of. And let me show you something pretty on the way. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. This is always the first one to bloom, and I just love it. None of the other ones even have their flower spike up yet. This should show you how fast slips grow, because we just went through the other day together and harvested a bunch of these, and I can see I've got slips ready again, and this is how much that has grown in just a few days. And the other ones have roots, so we already need to go plant out. This chamomile is what we need to harvest next, and it has fallen over because it got some wind damage, and I do have that wire in the bed still, so I think that probably helped bend it, but it's still doing good, so I'm gonna harvest on it as long as I can, and we'll just lay those out in the kitchen and let them dry, and then we will jar them up for chamomile tea. And all you do is nip. That's it. Just go through and nip all the flowers off. If you keep them plucked, they'll keep blooming and you can keep harvesting. This is how much I've harvested from this side. So it's just a handful. I do have some more on the other side to harvest. But if you're harvesting on a lot bigger scale than this, there is a tool. I can try to find a link to leave down below so you can see what I'm talking about, that will make harvesting these kind of things a lot easier for you. And what kind of things do you like growing for tea? Let me know. I'm always interested in expanding what I'm growing for tea. Alright, so I'm going to go take a well-deserved shower. I do have some seeds that I need to start today. I don't need to start pumpkin. Hopefully you've seen why by now. But I do think I'm going to try to start some squash from seed in the 2-inch pots and see if I can transplant some, just a couple of varieties, not like the summer squash, just like my Kukuzi squash. Because all my tomato cages, yeah, I think all of them. Oh, I did get 2 new ones from Mom. I could plant it out, but I have to protect things in ground from the chickens, and they go out here where the chickens are, so they won't be protected. So I don't like to start squash type things from seed, but I might have to this year. And a watermelon. Ooh, and the canary melon. I'm thinking I'm going to grow the melons out front this year, because the chickens demolished all our canary melons. We didn't get one. They ate them before they were even ripe. So I will at least show you what varieties that I'm going to plant later on. But I have some things I need to do. So shower, things I need to do, and then I can play again later on this afternoon. And I will bring you along to at least see what varieties I'm going to sow out or pot out, what I have left to grow. And I'm sure there's going to be more. I really need to go through my seeds. Do y'all's seeds get very disorganized this time of year? Where you're just grabbing, sowing, throwing? Yeah, that's where I'm at. So I need to reorganize everything. Plus I bought seeds, so everything needs to be put together and organized. Hopefully I have time tonight to do that, because that'll be fun to see what I actually have, because I have no idea. But anyway, let's look at what I'm going to plant. Okay, so it has been a lovely day out here, but I've been stuck inside doing computer work. So I'm going to take this time now to come out here and put some seeds in some pots. And it's going to be a little bit of a figure out where I can put things, because where I start seeds is full. So let's go take a look at the seeds that I'm about to start. First I'll show you this. My table is a little bit of a mess. I've got lots of things that need to be planted out and definitely watered. I think I'm killing some things slowly, but I'm gonna have to go through and rearrange, find room, do all of that before I can do the seeds. So I'll just quickly show you. I figured I'd try some Dollar Tree African daisies. These are the canary melon seeds. which, if you don't know, that canary melon is my family's absolute favorite. We grew it a couple years ago and tried to grow it again last year, but the chickens ate it all. Moon and Stars watermelon, we've gotten one off of that, but that's because my yard's changing, and where I used to have sun no longer had enough sun, so we're going to give them another try. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Lemon drop pepper, it's a hot pepper. Jamaican yellow mushroom pepper, it's also a hot pepper. And then I am slacking for our butterflies, so I'm going to plant some more butterfly milkweed. And then I have these Barbados cherry things that I'm going to try to dig out and see if I can find seeds inside and see what happens with those. Those Cosmos, I don't know if I'm going to put those in these or not, but I have some Texas red hibiscus seeds that I want to get started for trades. Straw flowers, beautiful purple. Some snapdragons, some peppermint, lemon balm, a straw flower mix, lemon mint. These dahlias, I had some up front, and y'all let me know if you're supposed to pull the tubers out over winter in zone 9 for dahlias or not, because mine are not coming back, so I might have messed up. I'm going to succession sow some more jicama, and I'm going to try and grow some asparagus from seed. I sure do thank you for spending time with me this morning, and if you like any kind of gardening or canning videos, things like that, please make sure you hit subscribe so you can follow along. I do have cooking videos. Excuse me. I do have cooking videos as well, and I do have some other things that I'm planning, so make sure you hit subscribe. If you will, please leave me a like and a comment. That helps our channel tell YouTube that people are enjoying us. And till the next one, love you, bye-bye.